420 MSP. We're back with Jim at the Point of Sale Remarketing Group. And Jim, I am sitting in monsoon season in Seattle. If you can't tell from my virtual Zoom background, it blew off my glasses. The wind and rain blew my glasses away, Jim. So I'm flying blind, literally. But great to see you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We don't have monsoon season. We have cold season here in Chicago. So,
Yeah.
so good luck
Hey,
with finding your glasses.
there we go. And I'm looking forward to getting together with you personally. When we travel again, Chicago is a frequent stopover for me, so we're going to make that happen. But
Yeah.
hey, Jim, you came to this month's conversation with pain points and the importance of site surveys, and that's something my audience they know that's important. Tell us about your experience with site surveys in the cannabis retail space.
Yeah. So, we've been fortunate enough where we're starting to pick up some more service business in the cannabis space. And, although we're hardware first, we also coordinate a lot of service, including site surveys and installations. So, with the cannabis space, it seems like a couple times we've had an experience where the dispensary groups, that's usually who are doing these site surveys for on the dispensary side of the vertical. So they seem to be really pressured by their timelines that are driven a lot for compliance and opening and stuff like that. So what we're noticing is it's a lot of hurry up and wait. And then it's as soon as they get the approval to try to move forward, it's a hurry up and get over here ASAP.
Yeah.
And then, what we try to lead with all the time when we're called upon to do an installation is, site survey first. And then we can do the installation based off the site survey, because we're running into situations where the, just the things that they're saying are done aren't done, and I'm sure you and your audience have all had these situations. It's literally, we had one where it was all checked off and signed off on that, network lines were run to the endpoints, electric was run, everything was set up for the point of sale to be installed. And we had the tech get there. They had no heat, no electric. The internet wasn't even connected. The tech was nice enough to go outside and find where the line connected to the building and actually put the line back into the building so he could get a signal. But it was a nightmare. They had to run extension cords from outside the building. It shouldn't even been an install, to tell you the truth. But that was a group that wanted to didn't want to do a site survey, and they said, we're going to skip that. So we tried to explain to them that's not good. Fortunately, now they understand, and moving forward with their other licenses that they're going to open, they'll be doing site surveys.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to continue to double click down into this off camera. I'm going to get a meeting with Carl Pelachek, Mr. Standard Operating Procedures over at smallbizthoughts.org. This is what Carl does. He's all about assessments and checklists and standard operating procedures. And I'm going to introduce you. And I share that with you because what am I trying to say? The more things change, the more they stay the same. So, we were doing with the clipboard site surveys in the 90s, right? You're running around trying to put a local area network in. And Jim, it's a little bit like every time you get away from a standard operating procedure and good behaviors, it comes back to bite you.
Yeah, and it did, and it was, it was a grind that day. We got through it, but it wasn't fun, and it wasn't ideal at all. So those types, anything we can put into place ahead of time like that is great. And the thing with this industry is it's very much about, from what I understand, it seems to be a lot about the cash flow of the money they have on hand and when it's available, and then the compliance part of it. So it's like when they have money, they're ready to go, and when essentially the governing agency says you're okay to move forward, then it's like a go thing. So anything we can do ahead of time to set these expectations with these types of businesses is going to help them a lot, because in a lot of cases they're just not familiar with this stuff, and that they need to be really sat down and kind of have it explained to them.
Yeah, I'll end on this. So this is analogous to, and not to date myself, but the early 90s when we were establishing the local area network paradigm, right? I mean, we were creating that we. Jim, you're too young, but there were things called Token Ring and ArcNet and Ethernet. You're too young for all that because you grew up with Wi-Fi. But um,
Well,
but but but
I'm
the
older
point
than you
is
think,
we.
but yes, I don't know all this stuff that you're talking.
But we were establishing the paradigm, and it was the Wild West, and you had this running extension cords and getting on your knees and running cable
Yeah.
across carpet. Now today, my traditional industry is very mature. It's all in the cloud. You don't need knee pads, all that. But thanks for the blast from the past. I mean, I think I'm going to end on you're giving us context, right? That these are early days, man.
Yeah, yes. It seems like it is early, going back to early days because it is like it seems there's nobody from the cannabis industry. They're pulling all sorts of people from all sorts of other industries, and a lot of times they just don't have a complete group that knows all about these parts of the technology that need to be implemented ahead of time. So yeah, there's some education that needs to be done.
All right, well, keep it safe. Hey, and by the way, I'm looking forward to seeing you in mid-December. And folks, shout out to this trade association, RSPA. It's gorspa.org. Mid-December, literally December 15th, will be the cannabis community meeting. So, Jim, that's probably the next time I'll see you. Looking forward to it.
All right, yeah, sounds good. Thanks, Harry.
All righty. All right, thanks.